Hey everyone, and welcome back to Glam Up. This is a podcast held by MindsOverMirrors, a host and mental health promotion team. This is Pranavi, and I'm here with your other hosts, Smera and Mahek.
Today we will be talking about how struggling with body dysmorphia and eating disorders can affect work-life balance, along with the toll it can take on someone.
Disclaimer, we are not mental health professionals. If you or someone you know is struggling with body dysmorphia, an eating disorder, or thoughts of self-harm, please reach out to a professional. For immediate support, please contact 911. You can call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. For support with eating disorders, you can contact the NEDA helpline at 1-800-931-2237 or text NEDA to 741-741.
In many cases, such as other mental disorders, the struggle that other people face is often unseen by others. Many people can disguise their struggles through having good grades, an active social life, smiling in pictures, but often internally it can feel very exhausting trying to hold up this mask and this vision.
Let's start by talking about what it actually feels like emotionally. Body dysmorphia isn't just being insecure. It's when someone becomes intensely preoccupied with perceived flaws in their appearance, flaws that might be minor or not even noticeable to others.
And eating disorders aren't just about food. They're often about control, anxiety, perfectionism, or coping with overwhelming emotions. Imagine waking up and the first thought in your head isn't, what do I have to do today? But instead, how do I look, or how can I fix this? That thought can follow someone all day.
It can feel like there's a constant inner critic. You look in the mirror before school, and suddenly you're running late because you've changed outfits 5 times. Or you avoid mirrors entirely because they trigger anxiety.
There's also a constant comparison. Social media makes it so easy to scroll through filtered, edited, and curated images. If you logically know that they're edited, emotionally it can still be hard to view them. And that emotional experience can include anxiety, shame, guilt, irritability, and even isolation. Some might cancel plans because they don't feel good enough to go out. That doesn't mean that they don't want connection. It just means that their thoughts feel louder than their desire to socialize.
Now let's talk about school. For many teens, school isn't just a place to learn. It's where they form friendships, shape their identities, and develop opinions about themselves and the world around them. Because it takes up such a large part of their daily lives, schools can be both a place to grow and, at times, a place for struggle.
Dealing with body image issues in school can look like multiple things. In some cases, people might constantly worry about the way people perceive them, such as the way they sit, how much they eat, or even trying to just be themselves in an atmosphere. For many of these constant thoughts can lead to limited focus on school activities along with brain fog. Due to
These tendencies can be shown in many different ways. Some might socially pull themselves away in order to not be seen by others or noticed. Meanwhile, others will strive for perfection in other ways, such as academics, sports, or even a social media personality. This is to make sure that they have control over certain aspects and make sure that they're perfect in those ways. Meanwhile, they feel like their body isn't perfect enough.
In school, we develop relationships with friends, teachers, and even build stronger connections with our families. Because of this, one of the areas most impacted is our relationship with others.
one common experience that one might have is withdrawal. A friend might invite you to a birthday party, but instead of being excited, someone's brain might automatically think about how their pictures will be taken, how they look overall, and this experience might set them back on their goals.
And over time, saying no again and again to hang out with your friends can create distance between you and the people that surround you. Friends may not understand why you've stopped showing up to hangouts, events, or group activities. They might just assume that you're uninterested, too busy, or just drifting away from them. But in reality, though you're often fighting a quiet battle in your mind, dealing with worries, insecurities, or fears that make it hard to participate in the way you once did.
It can also look like you're constantly needing reassurance, asking, "Do I look okay?" or "Are you sure?" Even when someone gives you a genuine compliment, it might not fully sink in.
In families, it can create tension too. Conversations around meals, comments about appearance, even if they're meant harmlessly, can feel amplified. What seems to be small to one person can feel overwhelming to someone struggling.
And the hardest part about these struggles is how it can make someone feel alone, even when they're surrounded by people who truly care about them. It can feel difficult to explain what's going on, and that silence can often make the isolation feel stronger. That's why open conversations, patience, and understanding matter so much because they remind people that they're not alone in facing their challenges.
One of the main reasons we chose this topic as our mental health promotion is because, in many cases, teens don't have the resources that they need. And by spreading awareness through our social media campaign, we can get to connect them with helpful information, reduce stigma around seeking support, and remind them that they're not alone in what they're going through.
Struggling. We have seen many peers judge themselves and limit what they believe and what they can achieve because of self-doubt, comparison, and unrealistic standards. Through this initiative, we hope to build them confidence, embrace individuality, and reach their full potential. I hope this
If you are listening and struggling, please know this. Your worth isn't defined by your appearance, your weight, your productivity, or your social media presence. You deserve to enjoy school events and moments with your friends. You deserve to laugh at dinner with friends. You deserve to show up in pictures without overanalyzing them. You matter more than just what you look like.
And reaching out for help is not weakness, it's strength.
your full potential. I hope this conversation can help you guys feel like you're not alone. There are so many people out there going through the same things that you are going through. These are your hosts signing off. Thank you for listening. Make sure to follow our TikTok and Instagram at MindsOverMirrors. Remember to look past the mirror and find you.
See you next time!